It's a long hiking day today. 14 miles today. This is what I've been using to hold my ganja. These M&M tubes for these longer trips. A lot lighter than the glass. So I'm really enjoying this trail. It's you know, it's fairly easy. The trail's like you know, the first 38 miles of it's been real, like, I mean, just kind of like real smooth, perfect trails. Yeah, thanks, Jacob. I got a I got another light set up, trying to, you know, give myself a little bit of red hue. It's probably too much. I haven't figured that out yet. But these I love these shelters. These things should be everywhere. There'd be, you know how many people be backpacking if these things were like on like through every trail system. This would be insane. Ooh, that's hot. I mean, it's nice that Pennsylvania does this. Yeah, they're real warm, man. Like, that's it. That's all the amount of wood I can stick in there. If I try to stick anything more, I mean, last night I kept it rolling yesterday, last night, all night, and I didn't even, I didn't sleep with the sleeping bag. I just left it off to the side, and just every time I'd wake up a little cold, I'd throw like 3 more logs on and be tight for like 3 hours. I think like 1 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning, I threw like 3 or 4 logs on, and that was it. And boy, I didn't even get in the sleeping bag, and it was these things get toasty. I think once you get this thing warmed up, man, I think it stays hot for a long time. They do have the water shut off at these places right now, which yeah, I found that out yesterday, so I didn't woke up. Oh shit! Oh, fuck. I woke up with no water. I just lost my coffee. Cocksucker. Oh well. Damn it. I wish I would have brought some like hot cocoa or tea or something. I wonder what hot electrolytes taste like. So I'm back on this Sonic instant coffee for the longer trips. It worked. It's pretty tasty. You have to you can't use boiling water that will burn. I never knew that about instant coffee. So like, you know, with instant coffee, you don't want to use. You want to use it. You want to put the coffee in at serving temperature. You don't want to if you boil. That's why everyone's instant coffee tastes like shit, I suppose, is because if you boil it, you're gonna burn it, the water. So you just want to use, like, if it's serving temperatures, what, 165 degrees or something. So that's what you want to mix your instant coffee at. You'll get a much better flavor. If you use anything hotter, you burn the instant coffee, and it tastes like shit. Oh my. Man, I made a mess. I can't believe I did that. What's oh, so dinner tonight. So I crushed. So I, as soon as I get into camp, I do like a quick fuel frog and slam a bunch of protein. But tonight's dinner is gonna be it's probably backwards, but it's I'm gonna try next Mal Meals Cajun style jambalaya. I like their other dish; it was really good. And then the other nights I'll be on Point Adventure Food. They're like out of Ligonier, so they're like local here to the trail. So they have a stuffed pepper soup that I really like. And then their beef stroganoff is really good. Now last night I tried their Salisbury steak and noodles or something like that. I didn't like it much. The steak, it was like it was like sirloin. It was ground sirloin, so that tasted real good. But the noodles and flavoring wasn't that good. But if you're from Windsor, if you're from Pennsylvania and you've had stuffed pepper soup, ours is made a little bit different. I think the whole state's like it. I think it's a Dutchy thing. It's a little sweeter, and so it's definitely tastes like a Western Pennsylvania's stuffed pepper soup. It may be different elsewhere, but like I said, I think it's like a Dutchy thing, you know, kind of maybe like Eastern Ohio or something too. But yeah, those are the dinners, and then I have one Trail Magic that I'm gonna trail their pad thai from Trail Magic. Their stuff's a little harder to get. That on point though. So far, like I said, that stuffed pepper soup and beef stroganoff have been really good. I've tried their peach cobbler. It was decent. I think I'd rather like carry like the piece of peach cobbler instead of the freeze dried. I mean, or eat the freeze dried without like reconstituting it. I think it would probably be better. But I'm not really into those the sweet stuff that's freeze dried. For backpacking, anyways. It's just too. You don't get that much. You know, it takes up a lot of room. You know, you get like a bag of 10 pieces of candy that are, you know, like 10 little worms, and it's a bag that's this big. So, I mean, it's not takes up a lot of room. Then if it smashes, it just turns to sugar. These are nice shelters. Does anyone else know where, like, anywhere that has shelters like this? I think up oil. I think, or the up at Girard, up at Oil Creek Trail or whatever, Oil Creek State Park. Does anyone know there's shelters like this too up there? Get a lot of service here. So this is a 6-day trip. The first day was so the whole trail's 70 miles. But what they don't tell you is that you have to stay at these spots when you do this trail. I'm sure you can stealth camp it, but what they don't tell you though is the first shelter I stayed at, they were 1.5 miles off the trail, so I had to walk like an extra 3 miles, like right there. And so they're all kind of off the trail. Some of them, this one's the closest. That it was, the last shelter was like 1/4 mile off the trail. This one here was like 1/10 of a mile. I was pretty pleased about that. But so the first day was like 14, 15 miles. Second day was 11-ish. And today was 14. And so the next 2 days will be 14. The last day will be 6 or 7-ish. But it's like a giant hill you have to go up and down. But it'll be easy. I've been moving. It's, whenever I'm filming, it takes up a lot of time. Like I move much slower than if I wasn't filming. So I did it's been 14-hour days have been taking me about 10 hours. And that's where I kind of expect myself to be. I would like to do like 15 miles in 8 hours. That's where I would really like to be. That would be ideal. I quit smoking too. Right now I'm on the peanut butter. So I brought peanut butter, garlic breath, and a rainbow berry, and then a half a tube of Chernobyl and a half a tube of cherry paloma. So I don't know. I brought like I don't know, more than a half ounce. It's weird. Like if I backpack with somebody else, smoke a half ounce overnight, or 2 days. By myself, I'll depending if I smoke a joint in the morning and evening, then I'll probably smoke 4 or 5 grams that day. If I don't smoke the joint in the morning or the evening, then it's like 2 or 3 grams. Yeah, I like the variety, man. Like, like it keeps, if you smoke the same thing day in and day out, it just, it wrecks your palate. It does, you gotta mix it up. Keep that shit on. But right now it's peanut butter. That's what's in the pipe. That's I don't know, it's been one of my favorites for a little bit now. I like the way that tastes. You know, next year it'll be something different, I'm sure. Man, that thing's getting hot. I was good. It's yeah. Today kind of sucked. I was cold all day. I couldn't. This is the first I've been warm since I woke up. Well, it started getting cold about like 10 o'clock, um, and it held. It held like half the day. It no snow. It just held. Sometimes tiny little pieces. Sometimes real big ones. But I had probably about 4.5, 5 hours of hiking in hell, and I'm just wearing this Alpha Tech is all I brought. Like I thought it wasn't supposed to get above below like 40 on the trip, but like it definitely has. So I mean, I got like a base layer, but it's it's a summertime. It's super ultra thin, and this thing is like the real light Alpha Tech, and so I have to wear my hard shell in it. If not, the wind just goes right through me. I wasn't like warm at all today hiking. I did feel a little chilly all day long. I just kept cursing myself for not wearing that mesh base layer. If I'd have wore that mesh base layer, I'd have been tight. It does, that thing even keeps you a little warmer. But I'm like in like late spring gear, and it's like early spring, so. Yeah, I got cold. Yeah, it was my fault. I knew I should. I was sitting there. I was packing. I was picking out which one to grab, and I was like, I should grab that thick one. And I was like, yeah, I don't need it anymore. I'm done with winter. The same thing with the mesh base layer. I should have wore that. I'd been like a little too warm for parts of the trip, but like yesterday it would have been worth it because I mean today I was cold all day. My nipples stay hard. They didn't stop. Like it were just raging all day long. I got a new pair of shoes. They're hurting my feet. That kind of sucks. I thought I was getting blisters, so I taped up I got like a tape all over my feet. I haven't done that for a long time. Like that Lyco tape, so like I can't get it off, and I can't get it off. I have it wrapped around the pen. I can barely get it off there. It's like turned into like a piece of rock. So I have to cut it. It's just a pain in the ass. I'm fixing that when I get it home. But I like it taped on my one whole foot up, and it seemed to help for a little while, but I think, I don't know, it's like around my ankle, so I don't think I don't know, I think it's the shoes that are hurting my feet. They're brand new. It's the first time I wore them. They quit making, I used to use Solomon Ultra GXT Ultras 4s. No problems. And then I think they quit carrying them. They call them Ultra 360 ones. I get the Gore-Tex version, and I think they're like stiffer. I think they're a little stiffer. Them GTXs and them Solomon X Ultras, they do have like a rock plate in them, but it's real light. I think this one, I think the rock plate might be it's a little stiffer. I think it's not quite as nice, because it seems like when I jam on it, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe it's a little thinner, but it seems like when I jam my foot on a rock, it it's not like, I don't know. Like, it's just different. I've worn the same pair of shoes for 15 years, or a long time now. Those Solomon's, they started with the 2s, 3s, and 4s, and I don't think they changed them for 3 or 4. I think they've been 4s for about 3 years now. So I think these 360s are replacing the 4s. I don't know. They're they're like these things, but like I said, I think they're too stiff right here. I can't barely like they're real stiff. So I think that's what's doing it. I think the rock plates is stiffer than the last ones. I don't know. My feet don't like them. I'll tell you that. Freaking hurt. All right, well, I'm gonna cook some food. We'll see you guys. What the fuck, dude?